Hi, I'm Ren from Kid Museum, and this video is about using the Ask block in Scratch. In Scratch, we can program sprites to ask the player questions. Then, the player will be able to reply with some text. We can also program our sprites to react differently depending on how the player answers the question. Here's a little example. I've programmed this Scratch project so that when I click the green flag, the cat asks, "What color is the sky?" and a box appears at the bottom of the screen where we can type in an answer as the player. So what if we type in blue as an answer? That would be the correct answer in this case, and click the blue checkmark over here. The cat is going to say, "That's right." But what if we did that again and we answered the question incorrectly, like saying that the sky is green? Now the cat says, "Nope, not quite right." You're going to see how you can program your own sprites to react differently depending on how a player answers a question. Here's a blank Scratch project. So far, we just have the basic cat and no code. In order to ask the player a question, we can go to this light blue colored category called Sensing. And we can pull out this block that says Ask What's Your Name and wait. We don't have to ask what's your name, we can ask any question we want by clicking in this white bubble and changing the text here. For example, I'll have my cat ask what color is the sky again. Let's click this block and see what we've got so far. Okay, the cat asks what color is the sky, and we have this box down here where we can answer. Let's answer blue, click the check mark and see what happens. The cat isn't doing anything else. It isn't telling us whether we got the answer right, it isn't doing anything. That's because so far, we haven't programmed it to do anything based on what our answer was. It's just asking the question and then sitting there. Here's how we can make the cat respond to a correct answer. First, we're going to need this block here, this oval-shaped block that says Answer. This represents whatever answer the user, the player, gives to the cat's question. We're going to need to check to see if this answer is blue, because that's the right answer in this case. To check if this answer is blue, we're going to need to go into the Operators section. This is just a section that you can use anytime that you want Scratch to do something related to math. We can pull out this block here that has an equal sign. And we can check to see if answer is blue. There's one more block that we're going to need from the orange control section. It's this block right here that says if then. We want to check if the answer is blue. Then, if it is, let's say that's right, good job. So we'll ask the question, and then if the answer was blue, we'll say that's right, good job. Let's test this out. We'll click the code, we'll type in blue, and hopefully our cat will congratulate us. Hey, that's right, good job. Okay, now what if we answer the question incorrectly on purpose? What if we say the sky is green again? And click this checkmark. Our cat isn't doing anything to tell us whether we answered right or wrong. There's one extra piece of code that we can use in order to make our cat also respond to incorrect answers by telling us that we didn't get it right. We can use a slightly different block from the control section. Instead of the if-then block that we used before, we can use the if-then-else block. It's a little bit larger. Do you see the difference between these two blocks? They both have a hexagon-shaped socket, and they both say if and then, and they both have a little slot underneath. But the if-then-else block also says else and has a second slot down here. Let's take our old code and put it into the new block and see what new things we can do with it. Whoops. There we go. So you might notice that we still have this empty space at the bottom. This is a slot that we can put in code, and that code will happen anytime that the answer is not blue. For example, if the answer is green. So in this slot we can say, that's not quite right. So now we have code that will say, that's right, good job, if the answer is blue. But if the answer is anything else, we'll say not quite right. And by the way, when we're the player, we don't even have to type in a color here. We don't have to type in green or blue. We could also type in pizza. And that could be an incorrect answer as well. Let's click the check mark and see if the cat tells us that we didn't get it right. Not quite right. Thanks for watching. Check out our other videos to learn more about what you can do in Scratch. Bye-bye!